All right, so let's look at a different type of special factor. And this one's going to be called the perfect square trinomial. Trinomial is because we'll start with three terms and we're going to get it down to a perfect square. In this case, like an a plus or minus b squared. Now the plus or minus is only going to go with the first, in between the first and second term here. If it's a plus, we leave a plus here. If it's a minus, we put a minus here. You notice my last term is always going to be a plus. So what this essentially tells me is if I have an a plus or minus b and it's going to be squared, I'm really generally going to be given this. I have a squared plus or minus a 2ab plus ab squared. So I have an example here. So this is a little bit trickier to look at. You could factor this with the AC method of factoring that we'll be talking about later on, but it's longer. This is just a shortcut. So what I'm going to look at is I have a potential a here. The square root of 4, this becomes 2x squared plus, I'm just going to leave my 48 here for a second, and I'm going to look here and say, well, you know what, 144 is 12 squared. Well, this middle term here should be 2ab. Well, my a is here, my b is here. So I can ask myself, is this 2 times 12 times my other 2, so I have a 2 from here and a 2 from here. Those are my two 2's, and my 12 from here. And of course, I also have my x from here. So 2 times 12 times 2 is in fact 48x. So this is in fact 2ab. So I now know my a, I know my b. I have my plus sign right here. So my plus sign here is my plus sign here. And this simply factors to 2x plus 12 squared. Much simpler to do it this way if you recognize it. It takes a little bit to think of, but if you can just find your a and your b and see and just write down 2ab and plug in your a and your b and you get this middle term, that's a perfect square trinomial, and then you know how it factors very simply. That whatever sign is here is the sign that's going to go in between them. Hi, I'm Mr. Buzzard, and these videos are supplemental instruction for my students. If you found the video enjoyable, make sure you click the like button and click subscribe, as well as the bell for notifications to receive future videos on high school mathematics.